So the big question is this: how do most agents who struggle to get the information that most successful agents hoard to themselves grow and prosper without this information? That's the big question, and this video cast is the answer. Welcome to Real Estate Rockstars. I'm your host, Pat Hyben. All right, Rockstars, we have a great guest today coming from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I got Brittiny Howard on the line. Only been licensed since 2015 and is kicking butt. And I was like, man, we got to get Brittiny on the show. So without further ado, let's get into some nitty gritty. Brittiny, welcome to Real Estate Rockstars.
Hey, yo!
I love the animation. Brittiny, why don't you give everyone a little rundown, a little bio on yourself so they could get to know you better?
Sure. I started selling real estate in March of 2015, simply on the advice of a friend. She said, hey, you could do well at this. And I was like, no, there are millions of real estate agents. And she goes, no, you'd be really good. And I was like, no, the saturation, market versus demand, there are like a million of them. I wouldn't do the good at that. She goes, well, I sold $1 million last month. And I was like, well, good for you. I don't know what that means. She says, I made $25,000 last month. I was like, excuse me, selling houses? And so took the test. Immediately, same day, signed up for the class, passed class in 7 days. Then I did the pass test first day. Within 3 weeks, I think I had my first contract. I signed up for Zillow. First year, I finished with 19 deals. Well, first 9 months, 19 deals, 3.1 million. Last year, which was my first full year, I finished with 10 million as an individual in 52 units. Now I have a team and a company, so it's a little bit different, but we're still rocking and rolling.
All right, so let me get this straight. 2 years in the business, you did 19 your first year, 52 your second year, and this is solo, right, without a team, and now You're starting to build a team, right?
Correct. Last year, I started implementing. I think we ended up closing 57 units with the team and right around 11 million. Right now, I just pulled our numbers. We're at 72 and a half and about 12.6 million and some change.
Okay. So like of the 57 that you did with the team, how many would you say you would have done without the team, just you?
I probably could have closed all 57 by myself. I did close 52 by myself.
52. Okay. So that's what I was looking for. So 52. So yeah, we need to find out, right? Like, because we have a lot of solo agents listening to this show, right? It's not all team agents. And this is great content of how a single agent without a team can do 52 deals. You're like 4.5 deals, five deals, close to 5 deals a month.
My goal was to close 1 a week.
Okay. What's your average sales price?
I had my goal closing 2 a week, so I could have done twice that, but I hit my goal, whatever.
That's a good goal though. So, all right. So one of the things we talk about here is ECI, which stands for ego commission income instead of gross commission income. But what was your gross commission income in the last 12 months, would you say?
Last 12 months, counting caps or not counting caps?
Yeah, no, total, counting caps, counting everything, like the total amount that you brought in, the total amount you got paid or your company got paid, all that.
Probably 260 to 300. If you asked me last year, that was an easier number because it was January to December. I know last year I would have done about 250, but I got fired from a company and I know, how exciting.
Wow. Wait
got fired from a company.
Now I got more questions. Well, first of all, what's your net on that? Without the team, you obviously don't have a lot of overhead. You pay your broker. What do you think you take home if you bring home 300 grand? What do you take home? Okay, so what do you think you netted?
So I've always had huge lead spend. I had a lot of lender contribution last year, and I got money from referrals for a system, so I used that. I probably netted close to most of it. I'm counting my numbers in my head now. I probably netted about 200, close to 200.
Okay. So not bad after 2 years in the business doing it all by yourself. Okay, so now the question that everyone's, I got people driving down the road going, wait a minute, back up a little bit. How'd you get fired from a company?
So when I decided to build my team, I coach with Club Wealth. There's a very specific formula to build a team. So I had people from the company coming to me wanting to be on the team. The CEO didn't want me to build my team the way I was building it. I said I'm a 1099. I got fired in a voicemail.
So what is the way that you wanted to build your team that was illegal? Were you stealing agents from within the company and putting them under your split?
No, the agents from within the company were basically coming to me. And they were saying things like, hey, I want to be on your team. I want to learn from you, all this good stuff. Because remember, at that time, that was last August, right before I flooded, like 2 days before I flooded, I think, or 4 days. So it was, hey, we want to learn from you. We want to know how you did what you did. We love to learn. Oh, absolutely. Join my team. I'm happy to help you. And so I think it was kind of I'm not sure if I'm the easiest person to hear the word no and no without a reason.
Well, economically, right? I mean, a lot of times the brokers don't like it because of this, and you can tell me if this is the reason or not, because like they have you, let's say, and I'm going to just make this up, right? They have you, the top producer, on a 75-25 split.
Right.
They have the agent that's not selling anything on a 50-50 split. Right. So if the agent joins your team, they lose 25%. You know what I mean? Because now they're on a 75-25 instead of 50-50. Is that the reason? Was it economic?
I don't really know. We've never talked about it since. I just kind of got fired in a voicemail.
He just said you're just not allowed to do that, and you said I'm going to do it anyways, and then he said get that.
Well, I told him it wasn't fair. It's not fair for you not to allow me to help people. And next morning, fired in the voicemail. I never called again, and he and I were like best friends. We recently talked a couple of days ago about a different issue, and it was totally fine. I actually understand now as a broker owner and respect him a lot for firing me, because I believe my growth was probably held back there, where I can go as big as I want to go now. I was going to hit a ceiling there. So that's how I feel about it. I mean, one of the best decisions.
Okay, good. So, so tell me about this. So let's talk about how you juggle without the team 5 deals a month. Are you just a workaholic, or do you have systems in place that help you do that? What do you use to help you do that? So
I've always had Commissions Inc. I got that June of 2015. So I always, I didn't know at the time that I understood the point of a CRM. I just heard that it was really good and you can make a lot of money off of it. So of course I'm very economically driven. So I always had those systems. I always had pipelines, with Commissions Inc. You can change things all over. But I also had an admin. So when I hired my admin in, I think it was end of June 2015, I had like 20 or 25 units under contract by myself. It was all about the first 2 weeks of the month, I would go heavy and hard on calling and lead generation. The second 2 weeks of the month, I would do inspections and all that good stuff. Then at the very end, I would go and I would do I would just kind of start it over again. So 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, worked for me, super duper simple, wasn't a big, oh my gosh. I never felt like I was working hard. I honestly felt like last year I didn't do enough. I felt like I could have done more.
Okay, so let's talk about the first 2 weeks, okay? Because everybody deals with the second 2 weeks, right? That's boring. Right. Inspections, settlements, what we call non-dollar productive activities. Right. Okay, we want to learn here about the first 2 weeks. So what did you do specifically? What do you do specifically to get you to go from 0 to hero in 2 years to go to 5 deals a month? What does your morning look like? What does your day look like for the first 2 weeks?
So for me, I'm very, very, very goal oriented. So I have my goals, kind of set up. They're all over my office. If I was in my office, I'd be able to show you, but it's a mess. But I had, a big, huge board that says, you need to hit this many. It's written anywhere I could write. There were written my units that I needed to make. So that was literally all I focused on. So on a Sunday, if I didn't have any contracts, I would tell myself over and over all night long, all morning long, you will get 4 contracts by the end of the week. You have to have 4 contracts by the end of the week. You will get 4 contracts by the end of the week. And I think part of me putting it out into the universe reciprocated. I'm one of those people. So, of course, I made the calls and did the activities, but I never believed when I picked up the phone that people would say, no, I don't want it. I believe that they would, even if they said no, in my head, I heard not right now. And it was like, okay, awesome, I'll call you back later. And then I would go on to the next person. So I've called.
Who are you calling?
My database. So Commissions Inc., Zillow, everything goes into the database.
Right, but so you're starting out brand new. Like, what does my database mean? Just like people you go to church with, people you know from
No, I had Zillow.
People what?
Okay, so I'm not from Louisiana. I'm from Tennessee. I also owned a small business before I became a real estate agent. I always understood that in order to make money, you have to invest in real estate. It's not the amount you spend, it's what the return on your investment is. So 3 weeks into the business, I bought Zillow. Within 3 months, I had Commissions Inc. Within, I guess, when I got Zillow, it was April 8th. By April 10th, I had converted my first lead. With Commissions Inc., I went live July 10th. By July 12th, I was out showing. So it's always been about an ROI. I've never been afraid to spend money to make money. Now, I've spent and wasted some money, but...
I want you to think about the word toolbox. What is a toolbox? A toolbox is a box full of tools that you use to build something great. At Real Estate Rockstars, we've created our own free toolbox. So everybody that comes on the show as a guest brings a tool with them, and we plow them all into this toolbox, and we give it away for our viewing audience to basically use as they wish. Everything we put in there is an actionable item that can be downloaded, can be printed, can be used immediately. And we got things like scripts and dialogues, checklists for teams, checklists to keep agents accountable, referral forms that are filled out at settlement to get referrals by your buyers and sellers. Everything you could think of that you could use on a regular basis about real estate is included in this toolbox. And it's helping agents worldwide sell more houses and make their jobs a lot easier and processes much more efficient. And the thing is, it's absolutely free. All you got to do is go to hibandigital.com/toolbox or text the word toolbox to 444-999. That's toolbox 444-999. Do it now. So you essentially bought the leads, right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I bought my sphere of influence.
What's your process? Because a lot of people buy leads, and in the industry average is actually to lose money, meaning to spend $1,300 on leads to get $1,000 in commission. So it's actually a negative average industry wide. So how are you making, how are you buying leads and making commissions that are, obviously your profit margin is really good.
Yeah.
You're like 80%. So
right.
How are you doing that? What do you do? What is your process? How are you different than the average person, average agent in the industry?
So I'd never heard that before. So I'm like, my eyes got really big when you were talking about it. For me, the agents that were at the top of their game bought leads. So I went and I Googled how to work a Zillow lead. And then I watched every single YouTube video. There are tons of them. So I knew exactly what I was going to say to them before I got on the phone with them. And they were like, most important, Gusty Goulas, who's like my hero, who I actually called, and I think he thought I was crazy, but I was like, thank you so much. And he was like, okay, kid, goodbye. But the most important part of a Zillow lead is to get them in front of the house, get them into the house. Face-to-face, I think if you meet a lead face-to-face, you have an 87% chance of converting them. So that's all I cared about. I didn't care about a pre-approval, and I still think that's very bizarre. And I see agents on the groups all the time saying, oh, I won't get in my car, unless they have a pre-approval letter. Good, please don't, because I do, and I sold more than you. So we have, you get to meet me like upfront, face-to-face, no real issue. That was all I was going for, the face-to-face.
And do you ever get scared? I mean, do you carry a gun?
I carry a 9.
You carry, okay, so tell me about that.
About my gun?
Yeah.
She's really cute. She's a Ruger LC9S. I shoot really well, and I love her. I don't know. She's just a gun. I'm in the South, though. You know what I mean? Everybody has guns.
No, but that's important, right? I mean, that's important because if you didn't carry a gun, you might not be so, aloof.
I didn't always carry them.
Okay, so tell me about this because one of the episodes that we just had out that will be out by the time this comes out is from the son of a realtor who was recently killed at a house showing. And, one of the things we didn't talk about is carrying a weapon. We should have. So I want to talk about that with you.
Okay.
So you get the Zillow lead and you're just like, meet me at the house, right? Not that house, but any house. Like, let's pretend.
Let's pretend you're a lead.
Okay. So, you call me up, right? I went on Commissions Inc. and,
Well, you go Zillow because that's going to be an easy one for me.
Okay,
ring, ring. Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Pat, this is Brittany Howard. I saw you were interested in 123 Main Street. When's a good time for you to see it? Today at 9 or tomorrow at 5?
Oh, whoa. Hey. Yeah, no, I wasn't interested in that. I was just looking at it.
Oh, I understand. I had a request for a showing. Tell me more about what made you not interested in this house versus another.
It's too small and, it only has one bath.
Oh, yeah, I did notice that. So tell me more. Do you need 2 bathrooms?
Yeah, minimum 2, maybe 3. I got 4 kids.
I have 4 kids as well. How old are your kids?
Right now, they're 10, 12, 14, and 16.
I have 2 16s, a 14, and a 4.
Oh, wow, a 4.
I know. It's kind of crazy. Everybody teases me because I super duper get relaxed by going to the gun range.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love to shoot.
How often do you go? I might have seen you there.
Probably. I'm like the black girl with the 9 who's shooting. The only time I miss center chest is when I hit the crotch. So it's kind of crazy.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I know. Tell me more about your bedroom. Tell me more about the house.
Okay. We need probably a 4-bedroom with a finished basement or a 4-bedroom with an upper level if it don't have a basement, and then, some land. I think we want our payment around $2,000 a month.
Okay, so you're looking at about the $300,000 price point. Automatically, I actually have a listing coming up that's 3 1/4 in Denham. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath on 1.27 acres. Why don't we meet there?
Okay.
Okay. Will your wife be with you?
No, I'm just running around by myself. Yeah, she's got the kids.
Okay, cool beans. We'll meet there. You'll probably meet some of the neighbors. They're super duper nice and really fun and funny. But I think this neighborhood will work a lot for y'all.
Okay, so a couple things here that I see. Let's analyze this. So a couple things. First of all, it was clear your focus was, just get in front of the house, like you said. Right? I mean, just no matter what, try to get them in front of the house. Second, you pulled the off market, which is great. I know Carrie Shaw and Daniel Lesniak taught me this, and as actually part of their course that I just filmed with them, the certified buyer agent, that the off market script works better, hands down, 100 times better than any other script that exists.
Sure.
It's a little more difficult, but it works, which is, I've got something that no one else has, right? Okay. Now, what do you do when you don't have something, or do you try to always have something or something?
So I don't believe that there is not always something. I believe there's always a house. I mean, we got the MLS. You can find a house for somebody. It's really super simple for me because I also kind of stay on the cusp of what other realtors have coming up. So if somebody says, I want a 4-bedroom, 2-bath in Denham, I can guarantee you there's one coming up on the market. Like, that's just what they make.
Will you make the appointment and then find it and then call them with the address later?
Sure do. I say, I'm in my car driving right now. I'm so sorry. I'll text you the address in a few minutes.
So you're just trying to reel them in better, and then you're gonna go to work afterwards and try to find an off-market property to show them, maybe an expired listing, maybe
A
maybe
Zillow, make me
an
move.
email that says, "Hey, does anyone have anything in Denham coming up? I got a hot buy or whatever."
Correct. I mean, we have one of the agents here created a software called Buyer's Buyer. So you can see it there and I can just go plug it in and say, hey, I know about this house. You can do a FISBO. If somebody wants to see a house, I'll get you a house. But I also, when we were talking about safety, did you see how I kind of threw in the gun?
Yeah, no, I want to talk about that too.
Yeah.
So you do that on purpose.
Yes, it's very strategic. Whenever, especially I'm on the phone with a man, I always bring up my gun. I always say something about a gun, something about, oh, I can't make it at 11. I'm sorry, I have to go to the range. Can you do 12:15? And they say, oh my God, you shoot? No, yeah. So it's extremely strategic for me. And I've never really felt uncomfortable. If anything, we talk about guns when we're there. And they're like, oh, I wanted to get my wife to carry one she won't carry. And then I talk to the wife about, the importance of carrying. I also use an app called Life 360 that tracks my locations. So every agent in my company has access to this app, but we can also see where each other are. So if somebody calls and says, hey, I hadn't seen them, and I notice, oh, okay, she was here at this time, she was here at this time, then we know your location if you're going somewhere.
So what's it called?
Life 360.
360. And is it just run constantly and it kind of shows you? It's kind of like my family's on Find My Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like that where you could just see where your kids are, see where you're?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like Find My Friends. Life
Yes.
360. Yeah.
And it's free.
And then you just put other people on there. Yeah.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, and then another thing that you did, you said, oh yeah, the neighbors will be there. Why'd you say that?
Another safety issue, and I know Mr. Buck stays next door. So I tell Mr. Buck, hey, I'm bringing it over a neighbor. If you want to introduce yourself, come on over. But in that neighborhood, everybody's always outside.
So you think that that may help sell it, right? So you might get there 15 minutes early and go meet the neighbor and say, hey, I'm bringing over a potential neighbor, come on over. And there's, some might not want to come over, but some might come over and say, hey, how you doing? You have any questions?
Right.
And you think that helps sell, and it's also a safety precaution.
Correct. So, I mean, I'm covered. Can you be 100% safe? No. I mean, you can drive down the street and get hit by an asteroid too. So
asteroid.
Right.
Do you keep the gun in your purse or in your back, like in the movies, like slipped in the back of your pants, or what? Usually,
it depends on the neighborhood and the situation. Most of the time, it's always kept under my armrest in that thingamajiggy that pops open. I don't know what it's called. I have a Mercedes.
Between the seats, yeah.
No, there's a little thingy like a glove compartment, but it's not. It's under my armrest. Armrest. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Everybody knows
that thing. So I keep my gun there. If I'm extremely uncomfortable, I'll put it in my pocket. I don't care if anybody sees it. Everybody knows I carry. Good luck if you try me, because I will tell you about how good of a shot I am too. Off top, that's the only time I miss is when I hit the crotch. So.
Have you ever had to put your hand on it? I mean, have you ever gotten scared or?
So I was at my office. This has nothing, when I was at my former company, nothing really to do with real estate. I was actually there writing a contract and about to leave. And there was this car that came around the same day I took my concealed carry, which meant my clip was empty because I had snub nose instead of my hollow points. That is the only time I had to draw with an empty gun. Okay.
Wait a minute. You need to slow down. What was going on here?
There was a car, and it was very odd. I noticed it when I walked
out of the real estate office, and there was an odd car, and you had a gun, but it didn't have any bullets in it.
Pretty much, and it wasn't even on my person. So this car was at the opposite end of the parking lot, and when I'm going to my car, I'm looking at the car, and I'm on the phone with my client, and I'm like, this car is really weird. This is odd. The car. Right. It was getting dark. It was about 6 or 7.
Dusk. Yeah.
Right. So the car speeds towards me, and a guy comes out, and he's getting out the car. But by the time he's getting out, I'm at my front seat, and I'm picking up my gun. So when I picked up the gun, he got back in and drove off. The big empty gun. Yeah. It's not been empty since.
So he saw the gun.
Yeah.
Jeez. So he was going to rob you or something. Right?
I don't know what he's going to do. He was going to get pistol whipped. I know that.
But you knew that, yeah. I mean, but you knew it wasn't good. You just had that feeling, right?
It was an odd feeling anyway when I saw the car because nobody should have been there but me, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Or another agent or something like that, just from where our office building was. But it was very spooky.
I want you to think about the word toolbox. What is a toolbox? A toolbox is a box full of tools that you use to build something great. At Real Estate Rockstars, we've created our own free toolbox. So everybody that comes on the show as a guest brings a tool with them, and we plow them all into this toolbox, and we give it away for our viewing audience to basically use as they wish. Everything we put in there is an actionable item that can be downloaded, can be printed, can be used immediately. And we got things like scripts and dialogues, checklists for teams, checklists to keep agents accountable, referral forms that are filled out at settlement to get referrals by your buyers and sellers. Everything you could think of that you could use on a regular basis about real estate is included in this toolbox. And it's helping agents worldwide sell more houses and make their jobs a lot easier and processes much more efficient. And the thing is, it's absolutely free. All you got to do is go to hibandigital.com/toolbox or text the word toolbox to 444-999. That's toolbox 444-999. Do it now. Wow. Amazing. Okay. So what kind of cool phone apps and software are you using to keep all your deals together, to keep you, what sort of artificial intelligence are you using? So
Call Action, baby.
What?
Call Action.
What's that?
Oh, gosh. So Jesse Boudin made this. I don't know how to say his name. It's French, and I'm from the South. So Boudin ball? I don't know. But he made this really super duper cool AI thing where, let's say I have a signed call coming in. It automatically responds to them, hey, I'm so sorry, I'm on a call right now. I'll call you back in 45 minutes. Then they respond, okay, awesome, great. Is that, would that be a good time for you? And so it's holding a conversation where if I'm with another client, if I'm on the phone, if I'm in the movies with my kid, or if I'm bathing my 4-year-old, it's taking care of conversion for me. I actually just, my average price point here is $175. I converted a signed call because of that for $300,000 or $325,000. Just because of the AI. And I mean, I think it responds back like if I don't answer the phone immediately after they hang up, they get a text from me or from what they think is me.
And what is that called?
Call Action. I think the website. It's called. I don't know if it's an app necessarily, but I know that it's kind of an AI integration.
Okay.
Where I get the text messages on my phone, so I guess it's an app, but not quite.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's awesome. I like that. It's kind of like an autoresponder. I just got one,
right?
For when I'm driving. Actually, it says, "Sorry, I'm driving."
Mm-hmm. So Call Action would say, like, if you were driving and didn't answer, it would say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm busy. I'll call you back in 45 minutes. Is this a good time? Blah, 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 blah. And you like literally stop driving, get to your phone, and you've had a whole conversation, and you're kind of catching up on the conversation, going, holy crap, this is cool.
That's wild.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a bot, right?
Exactly. It's a bot thingamajiggy.
That's awesome. Okay.
It's a super technical term.
Bot thingamajiggy. Okay. So what else are you doing to get leads? You get 52 deals all by yourself. What else?
So it was Zillow, Facebook, and Zillow, Facebook, Commission Sync. So on Facebook, I probably use it a little bit differently where, yes, I do directed and targeted ads. Absolutely. And we could have a whole nother, 4 hours about directed, targeted ads, psychographics, and all that good stuff. What I really did was do something super simple. I did, Lisa Archer with KW had this thing that kind of spoke to me. It's called the 555.
555. Okay, break it down.
5 likes every day, 5 comments every day, and 5 happy birthdays. Builds your referral base. So
5 likes. 5 happy birthdays and 5 comments.
Correct.
Now, do you go strategic? Do you only do you do these strategically to people that might have kids graduating from high school, so they're going to be empty nesters, or people that had a baby, or you just do random?
I do random, just people on my friends list. And I'll go back to what you just said about the baby stuff too. So when I was doing that, just 555, hey, blah, 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 I just became not a real estate agent, but a person who sells real estate. I genuinely care about you. I care about what's going on in your life. Oh my goodness, that was hilarious with the dog eating your homework or eating your makeup. That's hilarious. You know what I mean? So I just became just more than that real estate agent. Now, to kind of piggyback on the 555, I also use send out cards. So if somebody just had a graduation, hey, what's your address? I'd like to send you something. I'm posting a picture of their kid graduating, their family picture, probably the first one that sends it to them, congratulations on the graduation with a little 2-pack of brownies. I'm also sending, like if somebody had a new baby and they're announcing it, they usually get a card from me, 4 pounds, 7 ounces, whatever babies are, born, blah, 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 gorgeous baby. Right, 4 pounds, 7 ounces. Well, I was 5'4", so I don't know where 4 pounds, 7 ounces came from.
That's all right.
Maybe it's the size of the liquor I need to drink right now.
Okay, so wait a minute. So slow this down again. So the send out cards. Mm-hmm. Are you sending a picture of a kid walking across a stage accepting a diploma, or are you just sending a card that says congratulations?
No. So on Facebook, if you think about it, when your kid graduates, you have pictures with that kid, right? In the graduation garb and all that good stuff.
Yes.
Taking that picture off of Facebook, putting it in my send out cards app, and I'm sending that to them saying congratulations.
So you send it in the send out card, it makes it the card. So the card is only making one card, and the card happens to be this kid on stage getting a
diploma
cert.
Right.
And you sign it, and they're like, damn, how did Brittany get this picture of Frank graduating?
Well, oh my gosh, Brittany realized Frank graduated. She cares about me. What a sweet picture. I'm going to put this on my fridge. So now I just got put on a person's fridge for 59 cents versus making 18 million magnets that nobody looks at.
59 cents?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow, that's crazy. And you just kind of drag and click, huh?
Mm-hmm. Super simple, super easy.
I love that.
Thank you. I copied it from somebody else. I emulate well. But nothing's original over here, okay?
Great idea. It's a great idea. And then you could, and if you did that once a day, and you send out one card a day like that, right? Because with send out cards, you just type in congratulations, right? You're not actually signing it yourself. It goes straight to them, right?
Well, and you can also like adopt your signature and send out cards. And then I hadn't done that. I'm too lazy for that. But you can adopt your signature, and then it'll look like you really signed it. Nobody really cares about that as much as caring about themselves. So if you remember that the most important person in any conversation is me, like literally, you're building up to people's ego too. So if you do send out cards, coupled with the 555 rules, coupled with some really fun extra things like client events and stuff like that, you'll literally hit numbers without having to spend much money. I mean, this year I'm actually only referral. I'm referral only, and my agents work leads.
Wow. This has been crazy. Well, let me wrap this up, Brittany, with this flagship question of ours, which is this. And this is great for you because, you're second year in the business. So it's essentially, it's a great question.
Crazy.
It's a great question for, anybody that wants to jumpstart their business or a rookie or anybody. So let's say I take you and I put you on an island, but on that island, there's a lot of commerce, meaning there's people making money, right? Which kind of is what happened because you're from Tennessee and you moved to Baton Rouge. So let's just say I put you on the island. There's a lot of commerce. I give you $1,000. I give you a cell phone and a computer. But then I put 9 other agents on there, and I also give them a cell phone and a computer and $1,000. And I said, whichever agent sells the most houses in 6 months wins $10 million.
Okay.
How's Brittany Howard going to win this game?
So Brittany Howard's going to go first to the place that everybody on that island goes. You said there's commerce. Probably a grocery store or a church would know the most about what people have going on. I find that person immediately. Hey, oh my gosh, I love your store. It is so amazing. I'd love to host an event here. Or maybe even, let's say this island had a coffee shop. And it's the only coffee shop on the island. I'd love to host an event here. I'm very new to the area. I'd love to invite everybody here. Would you be okay with that? Oh, absolutely. I'd be okay with that. Awesome. Go ahead, get your client list together. I'll get my client list together, and everybody can come have a cup of joe on me. So they come here for this cup of joe. I still have $1,000. Let's say I don't know, the island had 500 people, I guess. So 5 times 5 is $250. So then I would have, okay, 750 left. So from there, I'd say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Where is an amazing place for me to buy a house? Oh, you can go look over here, look over here. Oh, my friend is thinking about selling their house. What are you looking for? Oh, great. Can I talk to your friend? Blah, blah, blah. And then I build the referral base from there.
That's awesome. That's a great answer. Well, listen, Brittany, one of the things that happens, everybody that comes on the show leaves the show with a special gift. We take that gift and we put it in a toolbox, which any listener can get for free. And it has, PDFs of checklists and referral forms and all kinds of cool stuff. What is something you could give to our Rockstar Nation here today that they could use in their business?
I was thinking about this, and I've been over and back and forth. I think my weekly accountability would be really fun to show kind of what I look for every week in order to say I'm successful. But I'll probably write up something with Facebook and how I reach out to Facebook and how I couple that with send out cards too.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be really fun.
So if you could send that to me, that'd be beautiful. I'll put it on hibandigital.com/Brittany. Now, I'll just put it on Brittany Howard, and it's BRITTANY.
INY.
See, listen
My
up,
mom had
guys.
to be special.
BRITTINY Howard. And you can also always get it by going to hibandigital.com/toolbox or texting the word toolbox to 444-999. Brittany, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for watching Real Estate Rockstars. Please give us a review wherever you're watching or wherever you're listening. We eat feedback for breakfast. And I don't care whether you give me a 1-star review or a 5-star review. I just want the review. I want to know what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. Would love to improve things. Hey, and listen, please subscribe. The more subscribers we get and the more reviews we get, the better guests we'll get for you in the future. Feel free to reach out to me anywhere on social media. Just type in my name. I'm everywhere. And I look forward to meeting you in the digital world. Have a great day, and thanks again for listening to Real Estate Rockstars.